Hey, what's up guys? And first of all, if you like to support the channel and myself, my PayPal will be in the description. So, thank you very much. Now welcome back to Animaking 3, and I'm back with a brand new episode of What If Naruto Had Isshiki Ōtsutsuki Eyes. Remember to get this one too. 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the brand new episodes over on the other channels if you're new. Yes, I indeed have 3 more channels which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. The other links will be down in the description, so go ahead and obliterate that red subscribe button and become a part of the Animaking family. So without further ado or wasting any more time, how about we jump right into this brand new episode? Let us begin now guys. So the last part that we left off, Hiruzen and Kakashi had spoke about how selfish Naruto was. It was a prime example to show that he really did not concern himself with anyone except for himself. Well, it seems like he was becoming friends with Sakura, so that was good. The client, Tazuna, lied about the mission and Naruto did not want to go. Why would he risk his life for a lie? That is how Naruto saw it. As Sasuke wanted to go though, because he wanted to get stronger. He did not care about the mission or the client. Sakura was pressured, believing that if she went against Sasuke, well, he wouldn't like her. As Naruto had spoke to her about that. She hadn't spoken to him for 2 days the last time he told her that. Her obsession with Sasuke was, well, unhealthy and stupid in every single way. However, they decided to head towards the land of Wave, where they came across another enemy, Zabuza Momochi. We got to see Naruto use his technique, his abilities more, as Naruto could see the individual fluctuation patterns of the chakra. Normal Hyugas would not be able to do that, given the overload sentry around here, because Zabuza had filled the place with mist, filled with chakra, but Naruto's eyes were much more powerful. His body was also adapting to the genetical structure that was made up of him inside. As Naruto was able to use them to his advantage, he summoned a black rod that impaled Zabuza, but it was a water clone. Zabuza stood absolutely no chance. If he did not get help from his assistants, well, he would have been dead by now. We also got to see the friendship between Naruto and Sakura as well, as he didn't talk to much people, but he did talk to her though, as she knew that he was going through a lot. With the whole clan moving thing and everything going on, Naruto was gaining more angry by the second, knowing information that, well, pissed him off a lot. Knowing that they would have never told him otherwise. Yes, he was rather pissed off about that, and it was clear. When they got towards the home, they had to spend some days there in order to, well, protect the client. Naruto's disinterest about the whole thing really shows. Naruto entered his mindscape for the first time. However, something rather surprising, Naruto was able to absorb the fox chakra, not in a way that it would take control of him, but he was able to absorb the fox chakra and use it to boost his physical stats. Now that was surprising, very much so, as it turns out that his eyes had other purposes as well. Naruto had no idea that he could absorb chakra, not in the slightest, but finding this out was a game changer. As they spend the time there at the land of wave as Naruto practiced and grew stronger until the final day. Arriving on the bridge, a battle broke out. When Naruto arrived, Sasuke could feel the power. Naruto was fast, quick, using his black rods rather skillfully, forcing Haku to retreat from his Miru. That is when the real battle started, as Naruto was overwhelming Haku. Speed and strength, reflex. Naruto's body seemed to be growing at an astonishing rate. His eyes, his power, it was alarming, as Naruto was able to focus pure chakra from his Byakugan, creating a force that sent Haku sailing away. His manipulation over chakra was truly perfect to an extent, but it was truly immaculate for someone his age. For what Haku tried to do to Sakura, Naruto did not hesitate as he ended him, throwing him off the bridge and taking the mask. He used it to bait Zabuza, which Kakashi used to kill Zabuza. When Gato and his people arrived, Naruto decided to end this. He did say what he was going to do at the dinner after all. Naruto ended Gato like it was nothing, using his overwhelming amount of clones to show the others that they stood absolutely no chance. As Kakashi was quite worried though, as Sasuke told him what happened. It was a lack of remorse, the lack of hesitation. Yes, they were the enemies, but Naruto was going hard. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the place, check it out for yourself. So yeah, let's begin this now guys. They used Naruto's political strength rather well. They were building him up rather highly. Naruto had the entire backing of the Hyuga clan, with the recent debacle at the Land of Wave, saving the people, having his name being, well, the very name for the bridge. The Hyugas were using that greatly, immensely so. After all, Naruto Hyuga was the one that brought peace to the Land of Wave, not even considering his other teammates or his sensei. They had not yet told the public about his true lineage, because they were building him up, allowing the people to see what kind of hero he was. All of this was just a political gain for them. That is why Naruto did not care about any of them, not in the slightest. They spoke so highly of him, they praised his name. They were just waiting for the big reveal. Naruto believed that it would be the upcoming Chunin exams. He had no doubt about it. The Hyugas had enough power to swing something like that. Naruto left the chambers of Hayashi. The elders were in there, making his way. As he came to a stop, Naruto turned. She tried to escape, but he stopped her. It was Hinata Hyuga, daughter of Hayashi. Him holding her hand. Her face turned red. Her body stiffened. Naruto wondered what the hell was wrong with her. Curious by this, well, reaction to him. She was constantly watching him. She hadn't said a word to him, but she watched him constantly. He knew that she was there, of course. And now she wasn't speaking. And if she was going to, it was hard to come out. She started to stutter. Naruto spoke instead. "You need to get stronger," he said. That surprised and confused her. "You're supposed to be the next leader of this clan. The way they're going about things right now, they would probably make me leader just to try and control me from behind the scenes. But I don't want that," said Naruto. "Not in the slightest. So get stronger and claim what is yours." With that, he proceeded to walk away. Time skip. She turned red. Sakura questioned when Naruto brought up the dilemma when he had grabbed Hinata. She started to chuckle, rather amused. "What's so funny?" "I think she likes you." Or perhaps she's afraid. I don't think so, said Naruto. She constantly watched me. Then again, that could be a sign that she's afraid of me. It could be both, Sakura said, laughing in amusement once again. If it was indeed that the girl liked Naruto, he was completely oblivious to that. Or perhaps he simply doesn't care about that. Or if she was afraid of him. Then again, he did come off a bit scary. Yes, he did before she actually got to know him. Before they became true friends. But if that was the case, Naruto did not like her. She was too timid for his taste. She seemed constantly afraid. As Naruto thought about it, each time that he saw her, not to mention with the whole training thing. She was terrified to even fight. She held back because she was afraid to truly spar. What's the point of holding back that much to really show your talents, what you're capable of? That just made her look extremely weak. And Naruto doesn't want to become those people leader. After all, it was obvious already that they were just using him to grow their political power. His father was a former Hokage as well. The realization when that is revealed, it will be big. Yes, it will. Over the next following months, Naruto's strength kept on growing constantly. He got faster. He got stronger. His senses heightened. His eyes grew more powerful. Naruto was growing constantly, leveling up constantly. His body was adapting more and more to these spectacular eyes. His range of his Byakugan increased. His ability quickened. Naruto was developing extremely. Sasuke was angered by that. Naruto was growing far too much. Sasuke started to grow jealous. Jealous of Naruto growing strength. Jealous of Naruto growing power. Jealous of Naruto outshining him on the missions. Yes, he was jealous of it all. By the time the Chunin exams came around, everyone was talking about him. The Hyugas had done rather well, showing all of Naruto's, exploits. And he's done a lot. 3 of their missions now had gone from a C rank to an A rank. Their mission against Aoi Rokusho and their mission within the Land of Waterfall and the Land of Wave as well. As people were speaking about Naruto, on the rise, a member of the Hyuga clan, Neji Hyuga, who was said to be the prodigy of the clan, was being outshined by Naruto. Despite never truly caring about something like that, believing that everyone has to follow their fate, Neji started to grow angered, believing that Naruto wasn't worthy of the name, that he wasn't a true Hyuga, because Naruto had told him himself that he doesn't give a damn about any of that, not in the slightest. Kakashi Hatake signed them all up for the Chunin exams, making sure that they were ready. All of the rookie teams that had graduated not so long ago were signed up for the exams. A lot of people came from all over, as they were there to witness what was going to happen. At the moment, Naruto sat alone, simply observing, using his Byakugan to see, far away. Naruto kept on scratching at his forehead. It has been bothering him. There was an itch there that he simply could not get rid of. As he kept on scratching at it, perhaps it was just a phantom itch, he thought to himself, as he proceeded to ignore it. Bringing his hand down, Naruto gazed forward. Kakashi's words about the first day rang through Naruto's mind. Naruto thought about that question a lot. What is it that they desired? Sasuke had what he wanted to do. His matter, very dangerous, but it is what drives him. Naruto couldn't find anything that truly drives him to do something. Yes, there was nothing that really drives him. Lately, he's been festering with so much anger about everything and everyone around him. But that doesn't drive him. He doesn't see anything that truly pushed him to do something special. He was simply going with the flow, doing as he was told, doing as everything was set for him to do. But there was nothing driving him, no true purpose. As he wondered, what will be his purpose? What would be the desire for him to just keep on going? Time skip. When the day finally arrived, Team 7 met up. As they made their way inside, the genjutsu was far too weak to work on Naruto. Naruto noticed Neji Hyuga. Perhaps a fake out, perhaps, Naruto thought. After all, there was no way that he would fall for something like this. Sasuke, on the other hand, was about to say something. Naruto did not bother waste his time, allowing the Uchiha to do what he must. However, someone caught Naruto's attention though. It was Rock Lee. Pretending to be weak at first, but the way he caught both of their attacks, Sasuke and the guard at the gate. As Naruto was quite aware that was no child, he was pretending to be one. And Rock Lee caught his leg, and Sasuke's leg as well. The two people that were there were indeed guards that were trying to weed out the weaklings. Rock Lee was something else, and Naruto could see that. When they made their way, the group came to a stop. Lee had heard a lot. He jumped down, introducing himself to them. Apparently, Rock Lee thought highly of Neji, so hearing about another spectacular Hyuga around their age, he was going to defeat Naruto on his quest to defeat Neji as well. Apparently Neji was that good, but he had no true idea how strong Naruto was. He was all the hype nowadays though. He was also in love with Sakura, but she made it rather clear by dodging all of his ear kisses that she did not like him, as she stepped behind Naruto to get away from him. Naruto was not focusing on that though. He was focusing on what he saw earlier, and he was intrigued. Rock Lee seemed to use no conventional way of fighting except for one, taijutsu. Naruto accepted. Even Sakura was surprised by that. Sasuke was fuming, not being on the, list to be fought, not seen as a dangerous one. Usually Naruto did not waste his time with this foolishness, so she was surprised that he accepted. Lee did not hesitate as he came at Naruto, intending on proving himself that hard work prevails every single time. The problem was, Lee could not touch Naruto with each punch and each kick. It was just like fighting Neji. Lee tried to strike him down, but he could not touch Naruto one bit. Naruto was reading his moves like a book. Lee decided to go into a more unconventional way. His attacks became random and sporadic, lashing out, kicking, sweeping, but Naruto kept on dodging them. How is he doing that? Because Lee did not see Naruto Byakugan activated, so how was he reacting to him this way? Lee was not able to utilize his chakra the way they did, but his body still had chakra, and Naruto was reading it. Ever since finding out that he could absorb chakra, Naruto started to focus on that. The nine-tailed chakra was much more dangerous and erratic than anything else, so normal chakra seemed weak in comparison. With each strike that Lee did, Naruto could feel the chakra inside of him. That is what Naruto was clinging onto, reading it, leaving himself open but yet still dodging. With his eyes closed, his mind was much more centered, as Naruto could follow Lee's movements without even looking at him. That was until the veins appeared and Naruto opened his eyes. Lee was met with a wall of chakra that he tried to punch. Unfortunately for him though, the force blasted him into the wall. Lee collapsed on his hands and legs. in pain, only to look up as Naruto brought his foot down. Lee rolled away and flipped to his feet. He's fast. Lee blinked as Naruto was gone. He felt Naruto behind him. They both spun and slammed their leg together. Lee flipped away on his hands. When he finally rose right side up, Naruto was nowhere to be seen. Lee looked around, up, down, side. Where was he? Feeling a sinking sensation, Lee spun around, but there was no one there. However, by Sakura and Sasuke view, they were shocked. Naruto was perfectly mimicking Lee's movements. Naruto was standing behind Lee. Each time Lee turned, Naruto turned with him. Up in the rafters watching was Might Guy. Might Guy would have ended the match earlier, but he was intrigued by this one. Watching how he mimic, watching how he react. He was indeed something else, and his speed was not that bad either. Yes, indeed. This one was special, Guy thought to himself. Instead of ending the match, watching curiously. Lee had enough. He could feel the sensation behind him, but he could not see it. He dropped to his hands and spun his legs, but Naruto jumped away. Lee dashed towards Naruto, swinging his fist, but Naruto knocked it to the side. Naruto then slammed his hand in Lee's chest. You could see the chakra. Before Lee was blasted, this time he broke into the wall. Solid stone, he break into it. Neji had never done something like that before. Lee was shocked as he was in pain. He spat. Blood came from his mouth. He was shocked. Moving was pain, as he felt the sensation travel through his entire body. But he wasn't done yet. I'm done, said Naruto. Lee was surprised by that. I can feel that you're holding back something big, and you're not gonna use it here. So this is wasting my time, said Naruto. Besides, we both have an exam to go to. Perhaps we'll get a chance to really show what we're capable of in the exams. Let's go, said Naruto. As he was talking to his team, Lee wanted to fight, but Might Guy jumped in. Naruto gazed over his shoulder as Guy gazed towards him, but no words were said. As Team 7 made their way, they then ran into Kakashi Hatake. Time skip. The test wasn't hard in the slightest. Figuring out what was truly going on was easy, and cheating was more than easy for Naruto's team. Sasuke could mimic movements with his Sharingan. Sakura was just really smart. Naruto, he had his Byakugan. With that said and done, the second exam was the harder part. The Forest of Death. Naruto chose to take the Heaven Scroll without debating with the others. Sakura would not have a problem with it, but Sasuke would. But Naruto wasn't about to argue with him. He already has a scroll and he's not going to give it to him. But that was just angering Sasuke even more. As they venture into the forest, unaware that everything was about to change, Naruto Byakugan came in handy. They found a team from the Land of Rain, and they had what they needed. The team was easily taken down, posing absolutely no threat. Until a gust of wind, violent, surging all over the place. Team 7 had to hunker down. Until Sakura got up. She saw the great behemoth behind Naruto. Naruto leaped into the air. The snake crashed down where he was, the other two jumping away as well. But someone met Naruto in mid-air. Their eyes locked. The person struck him. Naruto flew from the sky and slammed into a tree. Sakura screaming out his name, only for Sasuke to grab her and leap away as a snake destroyed the entire ground. They hid behind a tree. He placed a hand over her mouth. However, the thing slipped around. She tried to warn him, but he was so paranoid, feeling the fear. She pushed his hand away and shouted as she pulled him down. The snake teared through the trees. That is when she revealed herself, a grass kunoichi. As for Naruto, he lay within the broken tree, shaking his head. This sensation was worse. Worse than Kakashi's presence. Worse than Zabuza. Not as strong as the Nine Tails, of course, but the power was insane. Naruto got to his feet. Hearing the cries of his teammate, he raced back toward the scene, where he saw Sasuke engaging with the grass kunoichi. Sasuke burned her, burning off the face mask, revealing. Now Naruto knew. Orochimaru looked up. A massive boulder smashed down on top of him. As a massive snake rushed in, aiming at Sasuke, but its eyes were ripped in by two rods, tearing through its eyes, causing it to poof away. The Sannin slipped away from the boulder, somehow coming out unscathed. He appeared between the two of them. Naruto weaved under the kick. Sasuke jumped above it. Orochimaru smiled, seeing the both of their potential. He thrust his hand out as snakes tried to grab the both of them. However, Naruto vanished. The snakes came after Sasuke as he sliced them with his kunai. Orochimaru then felt it. Naruto's feet crushed within his eye socket as Naruto kicked him in the face with all of his might. The Sannin was shocked. He was launched through the foliage. But Naruto was not done yet. Around 7 trees came smashing down on him with great amount of force, followed by several other boulders crushing where he was. Naruto took a breath, returning back to his normal size completely. Sasuke sliced the snakes up. Naruto turned as he saw Sakura down below. However, Orochimaru emerged, completely healed. Naruto was shocked as he tried to move, but the Sannin fist buried into his gut. Blood flew from Naruto's mouth. Orochimaru grabbed his head and kneed him in the face, wanting to see what the child was truly capable of, trying to force it out. Sasuke launched a fireball towards him. He spliced it with a wing technique so precise. He slammed Sasuke in the stomach and kicked him off the branch, sending him crashing down. Orochimaru was impaled through the leg and through the arm. Another one slammed into his chest. The Sannin crumbled down on the tree branch as Naruto appeared above him. Naruto gripped the kunai as he was about to slice through his throat. However, Orochimaru snapped his head up and opened his mouth. Naruto was shocked as a snake shoot from the Sannin mouth and wrapped him around. Naruto was very clear. He saw it. He stabbed him through the chest. How can he just fight like nothing happened? Naruto burst out of the grip, shocking Orochimaru by his strength. But the Sannin had already moved in. Despite the Byakugan, the Sannin was just too fast. He kicked Naruto straight down to the ground. Naruto flipped though and landed. Sasuke launched multiple small fireballs towards Orochimaru. He tried to dodge, but once again, his legs were impaled. 3 of them slammed into him, actually causing him pain. Naruto and Sasuke nod at each other. The both of them worked together. Orochimaru's body was very powerful. If this was a normal person, the amount of wounds that he would have suffered would have brought him down already. But the Sannin kept on regenerating rather quickly. But the both of them were actually pushing him back. Withstanding the amount of power that he was using was impressive. Then again, Orochimaru was not going all out, but he was intrigued more and more. He heard the rumors, he heard everything. So yes, he was intrigued by these two. His first target here was the Uchiha, but this surprising Hyuga was something else. Orochimaru saw Naruto's eyes. Yes, he did. He saw Naruto's eyes. The two different spectacular eyes. One that he had no idea about. And the Byakugan looking rather different. Special. Orochimaru was lusting after the potential, the power. As they started to beat him back, instead of being angered, it brought him joy. He had no idea what Naruto was doing. Summoning these rods. Where were they coming from? He was pinned down by Sasuke flames, only for Naruto to arrive. A rod appeared in his hand, but this one was larger. Naruto smacked the living daylight out of the Sannin. He smashed it in his face. With a fury unlike anything before, Naruto impaled him with several rods in his chest. As Sasuke released a massive fireball that consumed him, cooking him alive. However, Orochimaru escaped with a massive wind style, only for Naruto to absorb it. The Sannin was shocked. Pleasure for their potential turned into frustration. As Naruto was reacting faster, he was getting stronger. His rods start from inconvenience to threatening. Orochimaru was forced to shed his own skin. And that is when he realized that this child was something else. Not even the Uchiha, but this one was dangerous. Naruto broke several of his teeth. Orochimaru started to use more of his power. He outpaced Naruto, zipping around him like he was a blur. However, Naruto thrust his arms out. He held them up to the sky and summoned multiple rods and shoot them. The Sannin had to move away rather than being impaled all over. The gap between their power was angering Naruto. The Sannin constant recovery was angering Naruto. A strange, red energy started to gather around him. And this was not the Nine Tails. Power generated from deep within him. Naruto's whole body started to fluctuate with a swarm of red energy. He held his hand up, as you can see. The essence was leaving from his core. Naruto thrust his hand out. For the first time releasing another power. It was a concentrated blast. The distortion of power ripped through the forest. Orochimaru had to leap away, but the attack exploded outwards and vaporized his right arm. The Sannin did not stop though as he dashed at Naruto, but when Naruto looked at him, the force from his Byakugan sent Orochimaru through the foliage, only for Naruto to collapse downwards. The red beam took a lot out of him. Orochimaru, on the other hand, was startled. As he looked towards his hand, it wasn't regenerating. What the hell was going on? The Sannin immediately became fearful. Seeing his body not healing, he became afraid. He had to do what he came here to do. He weighed his mind in that moment, whether it would be best to kill that boy right here and now, before he posed a true threat to him. But instead, Sasuke screamed. Orochimaru went after him and bit him. Despite him being exhausted, Naruto leaped after the Sannin, but he fled. Naruto's eyes, as there was another pointer in his eyes, going up to 6. The power that he just revealed. The time lapse in his ability, shortening even more. As Naruto grew stronger, he grabbed Sasuke and placed him on the ground. Sakura, rushing up towards them. She wasn't on the same level that they were. to withstand a battle like that. The mark. They had no idea what it was doing or what it was. Naruto wondered if he could remove it by absorbing the chakra then again. Perhaps he did so and accidentally ended up killing Sasuke. Having no idea what it was doing, Naruto decided to leave it up to someone that did. So they got Sasuke to somewhere safe, and for Naruto to rest. Time skip. Orochimaru's hand was finally regenerating. Whatever that blast was, it slowed down his regeneration. Extremely so. And the blast was not even at its fullest. Gravely weakened due to Naruto, not peak state. After all, another pointer just arrived in his eyes. The Sannin was ecstatic though. Yes, first fear, but now he was ecstatic. Another body for him to debate on taking. He never thought he would see the day when he hunted Hyuga, believing them to be less than the Uchihas. But now, that boy, Orochimaru licked his lips. He's something else. As he came across Uncle Midarashi, time skip, Naruto was already pissed that he wasn't able to kill the Sannin. But that upon itself was a very hard thing to do. After all, he was Orochimaru, the constant regeneration. But Naruto blamed his slow reaction time. Yes, he blamed his slow reaction. Orochimaru was just that incredibly powerful. That angered Naruto, believing that his power had grown significantly. So to be outwitted like that, of course it indeed angered him. The ninjas outside was not making him any happier. He told Sakura to stay inside. He made his way, finally confronting them. They've been hiding for some time now. I know you're there. Show yourself, he said. They waited. For what reason? Until a powerful sound blast was shot towards Naruto. The attack knocked him away. Immediately, Dosu, Kin, and Zaku jumped out of their little spot. I told you it would be easy, Zaku said, stepping forward as the other members there turned their gaze. When Naruto was no longer where he was supposed to be. You mean drawing you three out? He said in the center of the group, startling them. Dosu turned, but Naruto grabbed the gauntlet, his hand breaking through it, shocking Dosu. Zaku raised his arm, but Naruto turned it. He pulled them together and slammed their head into one another. Kin jumped back and launched her needles, but Naruto used Zaku as cover. They stabbed into his back. He then threw Zaku right into her, knocking her out of the air. Dosu tried to swing his other arm, but Naruto weaved under it, only for the sound effects to slam into his ears. Seeing that Dosu struck Naruto with a great amount of force, he then proceeded to beat Naruto senselessly. Well, that is what he thought. His fists constantly smashing into Naruto's face. He turned the back of his hand and used the gauntlet, only for Naruto to grab his hand. Naruto, hearing had already recovered, Naruto gripped him by the face, lifted him off the ground. He dropped him into the earth. A considerable amount of force as Dosu cried in pain. Naruto stepped into his face. He was out like a light. Zaku and Kin slowly picked themselves back up, only for Naruto to raise his hand, controlling the fluctuation of his eyes. Well, the Byakugan that is. The wave of chakra sent them smashing through the foliage, crashing through trees. They were nothing compared to him. Naruto's gaze turned towards where Team 10 was hiding. After arriving on the scene, he could see each and every one of them. However, his attention was drawn as Rock Lee landed within the scene, also came here for the collision that was taking place, to see that it was indeed Naruto. But they all turned when they felt it. Sakura's scream alerted them even more. She tried to stop Sasuke. She held his hand, but he shoved her, causing her to drop to the ground. Sasuke stepped out. He was different. Immediately, now influenced by this power, he sought out his greatest rival. Their eyes locked. No words were said as Naruto knew that something was wrong. The both of them rushed at one another. Unfortunately though, even with this boost in power, Sasuke was down within moments. He was wild, frustrated, corrupted by this dark chakra. Naruto bent his arm behind him and held him there. Naruto gripped onto Sasuke's neck, slowly absorbing the chakra that was oozing from him. The mark receded. As Sasuke passed out for a moment, Naruto released him and went to check on Sakura. Lee was confused, wondering why they were fighting. Are they supposed to be teammates? Everyone was confused on that. But when Sasuke woke up, he remembered nothing. Absolutely nothing that took place. Now that was strange. Yes, that was very, very strange. Time skip. They got there. As there was no sensei there, the mark on his neck will have to wait. Sasuke did not recall what happened when he was infused by the power, not one bit. As for Naruto, he noticed the extra pointer in his eyes. But Naruto also felt stronger. So much more stronger. Yes, he did. His power had increased since entering the forest of death. Naruto brought his hand up. Flickers of the red energy fluctuate around his hand. His eyes' reaction time was also a lot faster as well. The next time he come across that snake, he would not survive. Not in the slightest. As Naruto reached up and scratched at his forehead, once again that itch was there. It was annoying him. Just like when Naruto was younger, his power reacted on his emotion. A small little insect in the corner of the room was shrunken down and placed within Naruto's dimension. However, this was odd. This was strange. Naruto could not shrink living things. Then how was that possible? The constant changing over the years of the genetical alteration that passed down through many within Naruto's lineage seemed to have altered these powers in different ways. He shrunk, something that was alive. Other than himself, he shouldn't be able to do that. It seems it wasn't just the power from the god. It was an evolution. But guys, the end subs right here. If you want to see next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace.